We're now live streaming. Everybody, hello and welcome to the first 40 Ounce of Horror presents WWE No Mercy post pay-per-view recap streaming.
Yes. WWE would have informed us that they're doing a Talking Smack.
I really didn't know there was an official broadcast recap show.
Yeah, so most of you, well, probably all of you are here from the 40 Ounce of Horror listening base. So
Yes.
I'm Chad, this is James, and welcome to the show, Justin R. Schleicher.
Thank you for being so official.
Erwin R. Schleicher.
I mean,
You're fired.
Whom we affectionately call Schleich. He is the local expert in wrestling.
Yeah.
There's a lot of.
That's his $1 million title. Check it out. Check it out. Straight cash.
We have yet to
Pressure to be the local expert.
we have yet to do
Who's Virgin?
yet to name the podcast. There's men
Headlocks and Hangovers is the name of the podcast.
so we're going with the
Official? Wow, you making that call?
I mean, this is a group thing.
I mean I'm down with that.
What were some other titles we had?
the Hot Pod Potty Podcast.
Hot
No,
Pod.
that's a great one.
Hot Pod.
the Curtain Jerkers podcast. Curtain Jerk Off podcast.
The curtain jerk off. Guys, curtain jerkers.
Curtain Jerkers.
There were a couple that Chad didn't appreciate, but other than that.
Yeah, true.
Was it
I'm sorry,
talking?
I can't drop to your weight class.
It was two cruisers and a heavy. That was the name that you were very upset with.
Yeah. Oh, and then, Anyway, Brandon is running the social media account, so he's going to be letting me know if anything is going wrong. This is all new. I've spent like a month trying to figure out how to work this stuff, so hopefully it is working. So let's get to it. WWE No Mercy SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view 2016. That was a decent episode of SmackDown we just watched.
Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
much for a pay-per-view, but hey.
So when did the main event go first?
I don't know what they were thinking.
What happened? Was that today?
Were they
Local
afraid to go
expert,
head-to-head?
local wrestling
Yeah.
expert. Are you gonna tell me what happened?
Were they afraid to go head-to-head with the debate or with the Sunday Night Football game tonight?
I don't know. That's
I
the
don't
thing.
know.
What do you
Packers game off and on as well.
what do you think?
what happened with the game?
I don't.
The Packers are up right now, 17-9, I believe.
That's good.
Spoiler alert. I really don't know what they were thinking. The show could only go down from there. I really don't know. I mean, the only change in the card was Becky Lynch getting hurt and taken off. So you're telling me that
So it had to have been today because today is when everybody got notified. And then they were like,
right?
okay,
But
we'll switch to
I mean, Becky Lynch getting knocked off the card really changed that much. What the hell were they thinking putting the main event first?
dude, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a great question because really, I mean, granted, you had Orton versus Wyatt as the closing match of the show, but was that really? I don't know. Was that a better match than what the triple threat match would have been?
It would have been a better match if it was broken Matt Hardy that showed up at the end. He took his head off. Delete.
For being a
Delete.
local wrestling expert.
Oh. It'd be so good.
I've been watching
It'd
way
be so
too much
good.
TNA because I was
Said no one ever.
I was convinced.
But you guys were all about
convinced
TNA. I
it
mean,
was
Bobby
better.
Roode
We were
came from TNA, right?
well. There was some great talent in TNA, but the creative was god awful.
yeah,
and it
Well,
only
was never,
got
It was
worse.
never good.
There was
There was a lot.
there was a moment in time that it was actually a pretty solid show, and
With the writing and everything.
yeah, I mean, but I think they blew their load and had nothing else to go to.
Well, AJ Styles said that X Division ring was the hardest bump he's ever took, and he said he never
Well,
wanted to
yeah,
do it
it's
again.
much harder. But this is not a TNA show, so let's stop. Let's start off the time.
Hey, let's talk about Bobby Roode.
Let's
Let's fucking talk about that fucking stud Bobby Roode. You know what he is? He's glorious.
we can
He's
get.
glorious.
We
You know
can
how
get to
over
that.
he's gonna be at Takeover because he's Canadian.
Canadian.
Canadian. Is that it?
I'm gonna be on my anniversary trip, so I'm gonna have to put my wife to sleep and then watch it.
You're what? Like headlock? Put her to sleep.
Put her to sleep, then watch it. Anyway, the show started off tonight with the kickoff show. First, we got the debut of Kurt Hawkins.
So who's he gonna? I don't know. What the fuck they gonna do with?
All
Kurt
he did was
Hawkins?
get in the ring and then announced that he was gonna have his first match on SmackDown. I don't know what they're doing with this fucking guy.
Yeah, I have no idea either. I mean, what did Kurt Hawkins do previous to his previous stint in WWE? Did he have anything that was really memorable?
I don't know who the local.
Him and Ryder had won the tag team champs at one
That's right,
time.
the Ryder and Hawkins team.
Yeah.
That's right.
But I don't know what he's been doing since.
Yeah, I
But
know.
well, I don't. It's gonna be another shitty character
Well,
that
we will
doesn't
find out on
last.
Tuesday. It's pretty abundantly clear there.
Yeah,
I thought the Usos were gonna win the tag team titles.
you're really not.
You're just jumping out quarterback here.
Dude, I'm the wild card, man. Isn't that how we're doing it? Right? So seriously, I thought the Usos were
Well,
gonna win.
next up on the pre-show match was the 8-man tag, Hype Bros and American Alpha versus Vaudevillains and the Ascension.
Yeah.
Could they really bury the Vaudevillains in the Ascension any more than they already have?
Oh, I know, it's horrible.
It's really rough to watch. I mean, the Vaudevillains were a pretty solid tag team in NXT. I
Yeah,
don't
they were
understand, like,
excellent, and the
I mean,
Ascension
I've never
was
been
like
a huge fan of the gimmick. I don't know how it translates. To the
it
mainstream
doesn't.
audience, but-
Ascension was one of the best tag teams in NXT history, so I don't know. I'm not a fan of the Hype Bros myself.
You don't
American
like
Alpha's
Mojo
fan-
Rawley?
No, I don't.
No,
Hey,
not at
Mojo
all.
Riley or whoever
Rawley.
else Mojo Riley.
Oh.
Mojo Rawley.
Yeah.
He spent 4 games in the preseason with the Green Bay Packers. That's a fun fact. He was
This
cut.
this current
That's a fun-
preseason,
that's a
No, not this current.
or I mean, like
He
the pre-
ran all the way to
Like,
preseason. Did a couple games and ran all the way back. Wrestled a match.
James
car
has a
is-
mic issue. Fantastic.
Really? Hello.
I mean, Schleich.
Oh,
Oh.
gotcha.
All right.
I'm going without a mic stand. I'm sure Chad really didn't trust me in this whole podcast thing because so he just gave me a fake mic like I'm a kid holding an old NES controller. Here you go, buddy. You can play.
I'll face the wall.
All right.
fix the
I'll
wall.
see if I can. I'll fix this here.
This is such a terrible idea. Whose idea was it to put us on the internet? It's ridiculous.
How about talk now, Schleich?
What are we doing?
Hello, can you hear me?
What have we
It was
become?
funny during our sound check. I'm standing right next to Chad. He's like, "Oh yeah, I can hear you.
I can.
I can hear you."
I can hear you just fine. I got the headphones on.
All right, can you hear me now?
I can hear you just fine.
Hey, Brandon, can you hear me now? That's the important thing. I mean, the great thing is about this, everybody's watching Talking Smack, so nobody's watching this live anyways, right?
Yeah, nobody's gonna watch this.
I don't know how to.
Why
We
is
have
anybody
3
watching
watching.
Oh, 3 watching, nice.
Oh.
I appreciate that. Three watching. I usually got about 3 listeners to the Third String Sports podcast.
Hey, you know what?
Years ago.
That's the name of the podcast. 3 watching.
3
That makes sense, right? It's 3 of us. Nobody else is gonna watch this. No? Was my mic not working now?
No, there's 4 watching. We just got one more.
Right.
We
Oh.
hear you in the background. Your mic is not working.
Okay.
I don't know what is happening there, but just make sure you guys talk a bit
Me and
loud.
James are sharing a mic.
Well, just speak loudly.
Oh.
So can I put this down, or I need to continue to hold it?
Testing. I don't know. Maybe YouTube only allows 2 channels to come through. Like I said, this is a very beta test stream.
Oh shit.
What?
Oh.
You all right?
This is too much. This is too much. This is too much for one man to take.
This is really a nice, way to segue into you guys' live podcast, 40 Ounces of Horror, though, James. You got to get this all out of your system.
Yeah. You know.
You gotta
We
get
still
everything
on? Is
figured
this
out.
on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Got a name suggestion.
Oh, yeah?
3 off the top rope.
3 off the top rope.
Who sent that?
Somebody named Wave Bacon.
Wait, his name's Wade Bacon?
Wave.
Wave Bacon?
Yeah.
Like his first name's Wave Bacon?
No, I'm pretty sure his first name's Wave, his last name's Bacon.
Bacon Wave.
All right. We got way too much sound going here. Let me I don't know what to do about this mic issue.
It's all right. I'll just pretend like I have a mic and I'll just talk louder.
You have to talk louder.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go with the kickoff show. Let you lead this, like this.
You want me to lead it?
Yeah,
It's the kickoff show.
not the kickoff show, but
No.
All right. Hey, can we just
the
start
first
over?
match.
Let's just start over. We're gonna start over.
Do that, we're live. We can just start. We can't just start
Dude,
over, right?
to the 3 people that are watching, to the 3s of people that are watching.
The other people that are watching will be like, wow, this is really disappointing. I've already seen this.
What was the first match of the night?
The first match
oh
was
yeah,
the
the
main
main
event.
event. Jesus
AJ
Christ.
Styles versus Dean Ambrose versus James. Are
you know,
paying attention?
John Cena.
John Cena.
You know, yeah.
It was the face that runs the place.
I don't know how
came out victorious once again.
as Chad so eloquently put it. Nobody can hold a jock strap. AJ Styles jock strap. Nobody can hold AJ Styles jock
Chad, you were a
strap.
little more eloquent about that. Chad, what did you think of the match as a whole?
I think AJ carried the entire match. Honestly, it wasn't main event quality. I think that they may have, since it was the first match, they kind of didn't put everything into it. It's obviously going to continue the storyline because nobody's going to be happy with the outcome. But
what did you think of John Cena's performance, Chad?
I thought it was pure shit,
Yeah,
and it wouldn't have
be
done
honest,
anything.
Chad. Tell me what you think
If
about
he
John
wasn't in
Cena.
there with AJ Styles, he wouldn't have even got a move off. AJ did John Cena's moves for him.
There was a nice spot in the match where it was like a sunset flip power bomb.
Yes,
It executed nicely.
Yeah.
And Chad immediately goes, "Wow, AJ, way to pull off that move."
While scratching his nuts as he's doing now.
15-time world champion.
Yeah. Chad Butcham, everybody.
I'm going to try to fix this.
He's deleting himself right now.
No, I'm letting you guys talk while I try to. Look.
Delete.
Look, this is
Our computer's
the
obsolete.
Look, our tech engineer quit. I'm doing everything myself.
Chad looks like a substitute teacher who class revolted against him right now.
I'm trying to.
Guys, knock it off. Cut the malarkey.
I only have one briefcase. Give it back.
I think I've got. I think I've figured some stuff
Mr.
out.
Johnson did things. This is Mr. Butcham's class.
Give me
Show today.
give me my shoes back. Give me my shoes back.
I hate you guys.
We all know at some point you'd get comfortable and you'd fucking take your shoes off in class.
I can't change the output. I know what the problem is, but it's not letting me do it. Are we going to talk about wrestling, guys?
We're talking about wrestling.
SmackDown, No Mercy.
Yeah.
It's really difficult to discuss an order when your main event was the first show on the card.
It really is.
I still don't understand what they were thinking with doing that.
I don't know. I don't get it. I thought it was gonna, it was gonna tell itself out in the pay-per-view. I was like, oh, we'll figure out something. No, nothing.
Well, yeah, I thought that there was going to be something up their sleeve, and it was going to.
Right.
But it.
Except for it could have been fucking Broken Matt Hardy, but they fucked that up.
Let's see, what was the next match?
All right, no. First off, I'm
Okay.
gonna ask you guys a question. Does John Cena get to championship number 16 at some point?
Yes.
I think they're going to do
Yes,
it, but
yes.
I'm not
And
going to be
here's
happy
why.
with
He
it.
will ever get to number 17
No.
No.
and break Ric Flair's 16-time world championship record.
If Flair does something to piss off the company.
He'll tie it for sure. They'll definitely let him.
Vince is vengeful like that.
I thought it'd be fantastic. I was waiting for Flair to do a run-in like Cena was going to have the win and Flair keeps him from winning the 16th.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I feel it'd be great.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
If Flair played that role.
But if they do it, it's not going to be until something big like Survivor Series, Rumble, WrestleMania, something like that.
Yeah, there didn't seem to be enough build-up between the whole 16-time world champion. They kind of mentioned it.
Yeah.
They said it, but it didn't seem like it was the right stage for that to happen.
But I do like that Cena blatantly came out and said that that's what he's going for.
Yeah.
Right, well,
it's great.
that's
It
his
gives him
angle now.
something to go for.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think everybody's kind of getting sick of Cena just winning championships just because it's John Cena. Now he's actually has something to work for.
But I liked mid-card John Cena. I liked when he had the U.S. title and he had the Open Challenge.
Yeah, no,
Like, that was fucking
great.
awesome.
That was great. It really made that title much more credible than what it was at the time. That's for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely think he'll tie him. I really don't think he'll get to 17. That's somebody, who could do 17. You know who could do 17. Fucking Bobby Roode. Motherfucking Bobby Roode. Oh,
Back to Bobby Roode.
glorious.
You
Glorious.
missed some great Bobby Roode in NXT when you weren't watching it.
I know.
Not
I know.
in NXT. In
TNA.
Impact Wrestling.
Yeah. But wasn't it? There was like
He
there's
had
like
a
two.
year-long title reign.
Was there like 2 solid years in TNA? They were really good, right? There was like a year and a half.
It was very
Say,
hit and miss.
It was good, and then they just brought in too many big names. It was like WCW just.
And then Hogan and Bischoff came
Yeah,
over and
yeah,
became
it was-
like general managers. And
All right, so we want to go to another match of the card here.
Yeah.
We've talked about that enough.
Yeah.
Let's go to the sensational match between Nikki Bella and Carmella.
Holy shit. Nikki Bella.
Chad was setting up some equipment there.
Yeah.
Obviously not working hard enough.
I thought that-
Mike's still not working. I'm still holding it like it's doing something.
Here's the thing.
Nikki Bella took the spot of the pay-per-view.
Yeah, I think it was the
She
bump
took the
of
fuck.
match,
Yeah.
man.
Holy shit. When she got thrown against that, it was ridiculous.
He just threw her up against the side of the ring there.
Yeah. She doofed it.
Here's the thing.
Did you even see that?
No, I didn't watch any of it. When I was doing my
Goddamn
dry
Jim.
runs on this setup, it was only with 2 mics. I didn't think about having the third mic.
No, you're fine.
James was drinking my beer.
There's 3.
I did not watch any of that match, so I have nothing to contribute. I do like Carmella's heel run. I don't like Nikki being a face. I think Carmella gets shit on by the fans too much. I don't think they realize that she was kind of part of the whole Enzo and Cass thing in NXT, and now that she split up, like, her character doesn't really make a whole lot of sense without them.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like Nikki Bella was a pretty good heel when she made
she was
She was the
excellent.
best
I
heel.
think she only
I think
works
she was
as a
fucking
heel.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, she took that bump during the match.
Yeah.
I thought that was great.
But she took it like a champ,
I
too,
always
even though
feel
she was like.
uncomfortable when somebody goes to work on a surgically repaired body part. Like, I mean, she had a legitimate neck injury.
Like, do you
Just
think
like
beforehand
Carmella
she was
just
like,
threw all-
you know, we're gonna have a solid match. I'd really appreciate it if you didn't throw my neck into the
Do
ring
you
now.
mind if I try to break your neck?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Well, apparently, if you
We'll do
watch
it on the west
Total
side.
Total Bellas, you'll find out just how severe that neck injury was. According,
Spoiler alert.
I don't watch it. Just
she has
Daniel Bryan told me.
Ryan told me.
She has 2 necks. I don't watch the show. I don't know what the fuck happened. She might.
Was
It's
that your
humanly
Vince McMahon
possible.
impersonation we just heard?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Dude, you love my Vince.
I do enjoy your
You
Vince.
love my Vince.
I wish that I could figure out how to make your mic work.
Jesus Christ, Chad.
This continues to go downhill. Chad is trying to figure out.
All right, so what's the next match? Just-
I'm listening though.
I feel like we're talking every time it comes to Chad's turn. He's like, the thing about the mic was.
I feel like we're doing this in a bowling alley, and people
YouTube is definitely not a third mic.
people just keep bowling strikes every time we're talking. And then Chad's like, oh, and we're back.
Turnbuckle bullshit. That's another
Nice.
turnbuckle bum wine.
Turnbuckle.
Here you go. Who would win a cage match between Harambe or John Cena?
Well,
Harambe's obviously the better wrestler there.
I know, but John Cena can't see him. Or no, Harambe can't see
He
him.
can't see him. Does a kid fall in the cage? Anyway, where
If a
we?
kid fell in the cage, John Cena would save that kid. Because he's probably there for some sort of Make-A-Wish foundation.
Dude, he's knocking those out of the park, son.
He is, man.
Dude, he's done that like
500 times?
yeah, damn, yeah, he's over 16.
He's
He's over 16.
He's
That's the goal he was.
16 time champion.
Yeah, that's what he's referring to as the Make-A-Wish.
Yeah.
All right. What's the
What a
next
son
match?
of a bitch to do that.
I'm
What a
gonna
son
go
of a
Jack
bitch.
Swagger versus Baron Corbin.
Jesus Christ. I
You know what?
like both these guys, but they are not.
But Jack Swagger,
Getting-
like, I feel like he lost himself, and like the fans aren't into him, and it's just
I
like
don't know. I
weird.
think the fans are
He
into
wore
the
this
We the
weird. He
People.
had this black vinyl unitard that was not fitting on his body
It
properly.
was odd, man. He wore the black because it was slimming. He wore
Dude.
the stripes on the sides because it was slimming.
I know, but
Back
maybe
consultant.
he should have had like some crushed velvet, maybe some tassels to hide
There was
the.
nothing to hide in the little.
He has some.
God, he obviously has not.
He
been
has some
working
stuff.
out since he's been out.
Yeah, I
You
mean
know,
his front area needs some sun and some crunches.
Swagger's tough because he's got all the talent.
He's
And
a
I-
huge guy because Baron
I mean,
Corbin's like damn near 7 foot
he's
tall.
a big guy. He's got the talent. People really don't react well to Jack Swagger until he puts a hand over his heart and says, "We the people," and people
Yeah.
love it. Like
Yeah.
the whole.
Well, we
crowd just
we
joined-
did it
joined
together
in.
while we were
Absolutely.
watching. Yeah. We got
I
lost-
wasn't watching that match either because I was still down here dealing with those
Jesus.
We
microphones.
still
Jesus.
figured out how to work out 3 mics. All this hard work, Chad.
I'm working with Brandon.
Three
I'm
hot
teleconferencing
Three hot
with Brandon
mics.
here.
3 hot men mics.
2 hot mics and a broken one.
Yeah, so it's tough with Baron Corbin.
Broken, yes.
Broken.
Schleich is using broken Mike Hardy.
Broken Mike Hardy. Yes. This mic is obsolete.
Obsolete.
Yeah, there was a lot of throw-in matches on this card, I think.
It was odd.
Well,
because
I'll tell you what.
Swagger and Corbin was obviously set up.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss.
But it was originally supposed to be on the pre-show.
Yeah, that's true. It wasn't meant to be actually.
No.
On the,
I didn't think Alexa Bliss would lose to Naomi.
So are we done with the Swagger?
Yeah, we're moving on. We're moving
I
on.
feel like Corbin's tough because I know you're not a big Baron Corbin fan, right?
No, but I want to like Corbin because he's becoming a better heel. He's becoming a better.
He's just not getting the development that he
I
needs.
feel like his persona's weird because he's this big bad guy, but he's not like a really big guy. Like he's a big guy.
Yeah.
But he's not like.
Dude, I wouldn't say
You
shit
know,
to that
he's
guy.
not
He's
pushing
massive.
7 foot tall. I mean, he's just. He feels more like a tweener as far as a big bad guy.
Yeah.
But his finishing move for everything.
That
he
deep
lacks,
six is
that
awesome.
finishing move is sweet.
That deep six is awesome.
You got the deep six, or the deep six. You got the end of days.
Yeah.
I mean, both.
Those are solid.
Both are great moves.
Yeah.
Are you still?
Yeah, I'm. Yeah, I mean, me and Brandon are kind of going back and forth here.
All right.
I thought you guys had this.
No.
So-
I mean, I
that's
can
what I'm
still
talking
hear
about.
you.
All right, so we got the Alexa Bliss versus Naomi match. Let's just go to
Okay.
that real quick.
I'm upset because I'm a huge Alexa Bliss fan. Alexa Bliss never wrestled in any of the takeover specials.
She never made an appearance.
No. How
No.
fucking insane is that?
It is
Yeah.
crazy.
She didn't wrestle, but she was there as a manager.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she didn't. Yeah.
I was really shocked that she came up so soon because I didn't think she was ready because she hadn't really had that many matches in
Yeah, it was
NXT.
kind of odd that she was pulled up, but I think she's done a pretty good job.
And
No,
she
she's
has-
done a great
She
job.
has a personality to look for it too.
Yeah, man, I think she's pretty good on the mic. I mean, she definitely gets the heat.
Yeah.
She's a good heel.
Dude, she's my number one. If it's not Becky Lynch, it's her. I want her to take the
It's
belt.
tough.
I want her to take the belt.
It's tough because she's a little undersized with that heel roll a little bit,
Yeah.
but
But she plays it up.
yeah, she
She
does
plays
it
it up.
brilliantly.
Yeah. I don't know about the whole tantrum thing in the ring. It's off-putting. But
Well,
yeah.
I mean, it just plays up her whole persona.
Yeah. What else was there?
We did skip over the tag team championship match,
Oh yeah.
which actually occurred before the Naomi.
Yeah.
Well,
down
Naomi
here part of the
and
time.
Bliss was second to last on the card. So
I was down here part of the time helping Chad set up again, and then it was his phone was kind of flubbing up.
well, I was watching it on my phone, but
Yeah. So that's the extent.
So it was a great breakdown of these.
wait
I
a minute.
know,
Oh, the tag team match.
Yeah.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Heath Slater and Rhino took. The
Yeah,
well,
I was actually surprised.
because I thought the Usos were gonna take it.
I'm kind of glad that Heath Slater and Rhino continue their run a little bit. I feel like they've been pretty quick to throw the belts on them and then just immediately hand
Well, I
over
feel like
the
they're
Usos.
finding.
well,
themselves
something they
now.
would that was it seems like something they would usually do to get the quick heat that Slater had
Yeah.
and kind of capitalize on that. But what I'm surprised about is I figured that they would put the belts on the Uso and start the Usos Alpha.
I feel like that they
Card.
need to hold off on that just because it's going to be. I mean, because that's their best matchup within the tag team division. So like having more to build up to that.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll fight it like
Kind
Survivor
of-
Series.
and just letting the Usos kind of build up their bad guy persona.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you know that heel persona. I actually really am enjoying the Usos right now.
I like
Oh, yeah,
that
they're much
finisher
better.
with,
Good, nice change of pace.
that finisher they had the top rope, and do the back of the knee.
Yeah, it's
That's
shades
awesome.
of the All Valley Karate Tournament.
Yes.
I forget that guy's name. It's the guy who yells, "Put him in a
Put him in the body
bag."
bag.
Oh, William Zabka?
No.
No, the
Oh, the other
It was
guy.
The guy
Yeah.
before Daniel Russo fights Johnny Lawrence.
He was a crazy looking
Kicks him in the
guy.
back of the knee.
I don't remember
No?
the name.
No?
No.
All right.
All
I
right.
figured you would know since we have an autographed picture somewhere of you.
It's sitting over there
You know, the
somewhere.
fun-
No, I did
the
not
fun-
make that.
The funny thing is most of these pictures are all to Chad.
Well,
To
The
Chad.
funny thing was is I put a hefty bit of money on the Young Bucks and it says to James and Chad.
All I
I
know
was
is
looking
that
the other way. I was like, and really,
it was a damn good show.
I was
It a
like,
damn good
hey,
show.
we went to a Ring of Honor show and we got Adam Cole's autograph.
Yeah.
And I decided not to make it out to anybody, just put his name on there because I was like, hey, it's to all three of us. It'd be kind of immediately you guys put your names on the Young Bucks
Well, you know,
picture there.
it was an awesome show. It was a stellar show. Christopher Daniels, what a human being.
Fellas, have we covered all the matches yet outside of the last match? The Wyatt family, well, not the Wyatt family, Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Wait,
No,
Dolph Ziggler, Miz.
Oh, yeah, the Ziggler Miz match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh well, obviously the most
Jeez.
important match of
Yeah,
the night.
that was kind of.
It's probably the best match
Dude,
of the night.
Oh, absolutely.
Fucking Spirit Squad. What the fuck?
Yeah, that was a little.
What is that?
James
I don't get it.
had not caught SmackDown. I was not paying attention during
Well,
the Spirit Squad
they came out and I was
segment.
like, oh, man, I'm behind.
The
I didn't
Spirit
get
Squad
this.
thing was funny on SmackDown, but I did not think that they would bring them back out. Now I'm wondering if they're signed and they're going to continue a program with these guys.
I don't know. Well, they
I
did it
don't know,
with
because Kenny Dykstra was quick to take his shirt off. That's one thing I noticed. He was very proud of his physique.
Maybe he's trying to show off and prove that he could be a superstar.
Or maybe they really need more tag teams.
Just
Because
drops
the
down,
vaudevillain
starts
and
doing
Ziggler can only
push-ups.
lose so much.
No, they really need to
They
build
need
the
to have
tag
a
teams.
squad.
They need to build the tag teams they
Nothing
have.
on,
Anyway,
Saturday night or
All right, so
main
back
event.
to the Miz and Ziggler.
pretty solid match. I'd never doubted that Ziggler would lose. I figured maybe it would end in a weird way, but I didn't think Ziggler would quit or end his career.
Once you put Ziggler's career on the line at this point in his career, unless they're wanting to take him to Raw, it's kind of a bold. It's kind of a bold move.
Yeah, I mean, you're
Let you know what's gonna happen.
He's gonna lose it to Miz next Tuesday.
you're asking the crowd to call your bluff at that point.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of rumors going around on Reddit that Ziggler really wanted to quit and wanted to do some other things, but it's, these smarks putting that stuff out there to make you think. But I never doubted that he was going to lose. I just didn't know how it was going to happen. But it turned out to be pretty good, typical one of those superhero, against all odds scenarios. Not
against all abs.
I mean, and obviously you had to get rid of Maurice somehow, so that them sending her to the back worked out. But it was a solid match. I'm loving what Miz is doing right now. Hopefully they can capitalize on the momentum that Ziggler has, because they always tend to fuck that up.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Well, so where does this leave the Miz at this point? He's really had a great run here recently. I forget how many days he actually held the IC belt.
I think it was like
I don't know.
190-ish.
was it? I thought it was
Yeah.
higher than that.
If he can cut another promo like how he did on Talking Smack, where he came out like 92
Yeah,
Flair.
really. I mean, that Talking
Dude,
Smack promo was just.
It was so good. It was so good.
Really good.
I was like,
Well-
where the fuck has this
Like,
Miz
it
been forever?
almost kinda cheated
Where has
on
this
about
Miz
the
been?
Miz. Yeah, I mean,
Where is this
Oh,
Miz
absolutely.
been?
It put
great on the mic.
it turned a lot of people around on the Miz. It also made Talking Smack kind of a relevant show. I almost think that they need to do something like that with Raw and cut back the wrestling portion of Raw, because 3 hours is, I think it's pretty obvious that 3 hours is just too much.
Yeah.
Maybe you can cut a half an hour off and just go to a Talking Raw show.
Chit chat wrestling.
Chit-chat.
But I love what they're doing with Miz. They're obviously probably going to continue it. He's probably going to win his rematch. They'll continue that for a little bit. So either Miz will get it back and continue his run, or Ziggler keep it. And then who knows? Miz might go after Daniel Bryan, and they might do something with that. I don't see Bryan coming out of retirement, but it might be like the advocate thing where he picks somebody to go against Miz or something like that.
Yeah, James.
Like-
So what's your gut feeling on that? Do you think Daniel Bryan comes out of retirement? It seems like they're
pushing
teasing
it because he was doing the yes thing.
Yes.
I don't know. Do I want to see it? No. We're gonna see it. Yeah, probably.
I'm not sure if I really want to see it if Daniel Bryan had to retire because of concussions and injuries.
Dude, his body is fucked up.
Well, his
body is
retirement
fucked up.
was so legit, real, real raw emotion was
Right.
there. So it'll just take everything away from that at that point.
I mean, I really don't know if WWE really wants to.
What did Brand say right there?
Who was the dude with the ill-fitting leotard? And did it fit like ICW legend, the Spoilers baggy cutoff sweatpants?
That was Jack Swagger.
Yeah.
He won the Best Single of the Night award.
Yeah. It was a very, very small ribbon.
Brandon is referencing a local independent superstar called the
Which
Spoiler.
nobody gets.
No.
But Brandon might be the only one viewing right now, so it's kind of his show.
Ugh.
How many viewers we got right now, Chad?
7.
We are going head to head.
What the fuck?
We are going head-to-head with Talking Smack right now. We said
Dude,
fuck
what
it.
a fucking poor life choice that was. Why did we do this?
We just all looked at
This
each
is-
other, Talking Smack on next. We're like, are
This
we
is
still doing
this is literally we picked up off the couch. We're doing it. And then we walked down
I'm
here.
pretty sure they don't
Then we
usually
walked
do a
down here.
Talking Smack after the pay-per-view, because they'll usually do a replay right away.
Yeah.
So,
Well, maybe we're missing the reason why they did their main event first.
That's true. We should have watched that and done a podcast after the Talking Smack.
Yeah. Generally talking smack later.
Generally Talking Smack.
the good thing is that this will be archived and up on the YouTube channel, so people
Yes,
can go
yes,
back and watch it
absolutely,
later
absolutely.
after Talking Smack airs. 2 dudes, 1 broken schleich.
Delete.
He spelled your name SCH. He was close. LIKE.
Oh yeah, who was that?
That's Wave Bacon.
Oh, Wave Bacon.
It's
Wave
SCHL.
Bacon. I knew you'd come.
His name is SCHLEICH.
It's German.
Yeah.
Like the German announcement.
We don't expect you to know that, but I know how to spell your name in like 6th grade.
That's what they say, right?
So yeah, this will be up for eternity. You're forever now embedded into the internet.
Right.
Oh man.
What were we talking about? Oh, Ziggler, Miz. So yeah, we'll see where that goes. I'll be interested to tune in Tuesday to SmackDown, for that and Kurt Hawkins' first match.
Oh man.
All right, so are we ready to talk about the last match tonight?
Did we talk about Bliss and Naomi?
Yes.
We did. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Just you did not watch that match. You didn't pay attention to the conversation we had.
No, I watched that match and I called it being Naomi because she was the only other face women I could think of, and I was right and disappointed in it.
Yeah.
I was hoping they'd bring somebody in, but
Curious when Lita to run in.
Lita. No, I was hoping they'd bring somebody like Ember Moon or somebody up from NXT.
Ember Moon has the best fucking finisher in the game right now. Best fucking finisher of anybody. Male or female. Ember Moon's finisher's a fucking shit.
So, yeah, I guess the last match of the night.
Dude, it's like a corkscrew spin from the top rope that goes into a stunner.
Back to Amber Moon.
Oh, it's so good. Amber
All right,
Moon.
so last match
Ember
tonight we had Bray Wyatt
Yeah.
taking on the Viper Randy or
The Apex Predator,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
versus the Eater of Worlds.
This competitive.
Well,
game.
first of all, if I gotta say that I'm super happy that Bray Wyatt finally got a win.
Yeah.
Tired of them building up his character and then knocking him right back down
Yes.
again.
Yeah, and really Orton is, his last two big pay-per-view matches, he's kind of taken one for the team. I mean, he took the
he took the
beat down from Lesnar.
took the Lesnar beating and now
And
doing
then he
this.
took-
Well, I'd say that he's at that point in his.
clean loss.
I'd say that he's
Yeah.
at that point in his career, but he's really still pretty young, isn't he? I mean, he won the championship at 24, so he can't be
it's been
much
a
more
long
than
time now,
Yeah.
right?
can't be any more than
Well, like 2002. So he's been
32, 33.
Well, he's
Yeah.
been, I mean, he's probably mid-30s now. 'Cause I think he made his debut around 2002. And so he's been wrestling for about 14 years.
But wait, didn't he have an injury and he was out for a while?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
had several injuries. When at the beginning of his career, he had a lot of arm or shoulder shoulder issues.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been a Randy Orton guy. I could take or leave him in the ring. I really don't.
So who would you pick to win? Randy Orton or John Cena?
36 is how old Randy Orton is.
There you go.
John Cena, Randy Orton.
Who would?
Who'd
That'd
win?
be the worst match in
I think
history.
we've seen
Who'd
that
you-
match several
I'm sure we
times.
have.
Yeah. If you had to pick one right now.
Between the two, if those
Yeah.
two were fighting,
Yeah,
I
right
had
now.
to pick one.
Yeah.
Orton.
Orton.
You were not a
So anti John Cena.
Yeah, you've never been a big Orton fan. I like Orton.
I know you were a big
I was
Orton
a big
fan.
Orton fan when he first
Hear
came
them
on the
voices.
scene.
Hear the
Yes,
voices.
I hear voices in my head. That's for sure. But no, I mean it was a good win for Wyatt. It seems like every time they build up and
Well, I just
angle
wanna-
with Wyatt, he ends up taking the loss,
I just wanted him to build the family back up again. I really liked
which
him.
he
They had
started
nice-
to.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
he started to tonight.
Yeah.
Bringing back Luke Harper was nice to see him.
Dude, I love Luke Harper. He's such a fucking worker. He's awesome. Isn't that right, Chad? You paying attention?
Luke Harper's fine. He's a powerhouse in the ring. He's just not coming off of injury, and it's actually a legit surprise. Nobody saw it coming.
Yeah, I was.
Well, you stood up.
Schleich didn't even see it coming. He thought it was broken Matt Hardy.
Broken Matt Hardy.
I've been just researching so much Impact Wrestling and their sales.
Obsolete.
And I'm just expecting something like that to happen somehow, some way. And if Broken Matt Hardy would have showed up in the pay-per-view, you would have.
Oh no, I would have
Oh.
shit myself.
That would have been a great moment.
That would have been a great
That
moment.
would have broke.
And
the
then
internet.
you
that
know,
would have broke the internet.
of course he couldn't come alone. He'd have to bring Brother Nero
Yeah.
and his gardener or whatever the hell his name is.
Dude,
Senior Benjamin.
How awesome would it be if it's one light and then it's Brother Nero behind him, another light, and then it's another one's a gardener.
Oh man,
Oh,
Speaking of that, am I the only one who watched Bound for Glory?
you're one of the few in
I watched
the
the
country.
last match and
I
It was awesome.
I know my wife's not watching. She doesn't know I bought that pay-per-view.
I can't-
spent $40 on that
dude, why'd
pay-per-view.
you spend $40 on
It
that?
was a weak moment. I felt like I was supporting the cause.
$40.
I felt like it was just. I was contributing
you all-
to Jerry Lewis telethon trying to save the kids.
Did you also buy an XFL jersey? Another he hate me.
I still wear my XFL T-shirt.
I know. Why you do that? Why?
I'm a loyal subject.
All right. Fair enough.
No, I don't know where this is gonna go. It looked like Hart or Bray Wyatt was even surprised to see him. So
Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do storyline. I don't know where Wyatt Orton goes or the next. What's the next pay-per-view for SmackDown? Shit, Survivor Series. I mean, Survivor Series. I'm assuming is going to be a cross-brand pay-per-view.
See, at the end of the month, you got Hell in a Cell.
Right.
So you think there would be? Or is there going to be another? No, it'll just be a shared pay-per-view, I guess.
Yeah, Survivor Series.
November.
November 20th. Yeah, I'm assuming that's going to be a shared pay-per-view. So.
Because then Roadblock's going to be a real pay-per-view now. It's not going to just be a.
Roadblock's in December. It's like between the last pay-per-view and before Royal Rumble. And I think they only did that last year because, like...
Is Royal Rumble in January?
Yeah. I think the December pay-per-view was, like, at the beginning of December, and the January pay-per-view was at the end of January, so they kind of threw Roadblock in there to be another show. But...
so what are the three before Mania? What are the three pay-per-views?
This isn't the history of WWE.
Dude, I'm asking
Royal
you. I'm asking
Rumble,
you a wrestling general
There's not
wrestling
three.
question.
There's only two, I think. Royal Rumble. What's the February one?
I don't know. I mean, there's probably 2 February ones, right? And 2.
I thought you were the guy who knew all the stuff about wrestling.
Not Hell in a Cell. Elimination Chamber. Elimination Chamber's February, I
It's a
believe.
good title. It
title.
holds weight.
I feel like that puts a lot of pressure on me.
Dude, there is no fucking pressure
For a
here.
man who doesn't
There's
have a
no
mic.
fucking pressure here. Oh. Dude, nobody's even fucking watching. 6 people.
6 people. Hey.
6 people.
Well, I'm
Hey,
sure.
it's the first episode. We're up against Talking Smack.
I'm sure Talking Smack is still airing. We're gonna get a lot of reviews. I'm sure. People.
I'd be very curious to go back and listen to your guys' first episode.
Oh,
40 ounce
oh
football.
God.
Dude, don't
This
do
is
it.
so bad.
Don't do it.
You, for a good laugh, you should go listen to my short-lived podcast, Third String Sports, because it was a train wreck.
Well, in your
beginning to end.
in your defense, it wasn't your fault.
Oh, come on.
You know, I keep forgetting we're on fucking video the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a look at the camera every once in a while.
Yeah, I haven't even acknowledged it.
No, it's all right. You shouldn't.
No?
Then what's the point of us doing this? What's the point of us doing this?
Well, I'm just saying this
What
is
have
for
we
their
become?
benefit.
It's for their benefit. It's for their benefit for us.
Okay, so we got a couple.
Okay.
Oh, thanks, Amy. Amy Marie says you guys are doing great.
Nice. Thank you, baby.
Wave Bacon wants to know, was this one of the worst pay-per-views of the year?
It was definitely worse than Bound for Glory. That's no way, baby.
You know,
It was.
I support that statement.
No, I feel like there was one other.
I feel like it was surprising. Like the last SmackDown pay-per-view, I felt like was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the card was a little underwhelming, but I felt like each.
But
of the
then it
matches-
ended up
Yeah.
being a good show. There was one right before the split, I believe, that ended up being not good, and I don't remember which one that was.
You guys are doing
Backlash,
great.
maybe?
She's lying.
I think it was Backlash. No, that was after the
Wait
split.
a minute, who made that comment?
Brandon.
Brandon.
Just kidding.
JK.
No, that's all right. We need all the feedback we can get.
Brandon's such a voyeur. It's so weird. Just getting off watching us.
Battleground, was that the one that was real shitty?
That's the reason he's a friend of the show.
Here's the problem
He's
with.
more than a friend of your show.
Here's my problem is
loves
I
the
don't
show.
remember things like once a show is over, I move on to the next show.
That's
Like,
the reason the recap show is perfect. Because
It's not the same without Brandon, but great anyway.
stop reading her.
Is that a
um,
fat red face? What is that emoji? What is it?
I
Is that
don't know.
a crying?
Anyway,
is that
we
a
got
crying pumpkin.
we got a question a comment on Instagram. Brad Rogers wants to know, he wants to hear the best Brutus the Barber beefcake impression.
I feel like James has the best British.
Dude, fuck my impressions are terrible.
No, your impressions are great.
No, no.
I don't remember anything he said.
I know what you said.
Cut it out.
No,
That's Mark.
yeah.
I almost said Mark Summers, but that's way off. They look the same.
Mark Summers.
The Dave Coulier.
I'm
Kind of. If you squint your eyes a little
still
bit.
holding this mic like it's doing anything.
No,
Look
it's
professional.
working. It's
It
working.
is.
It's not working at its best, but
Okay.
it's
Brutus the
picking you
Barber.
up. It's just not as loud as the.
Yeah.
the-
Brutus the Barber beefcake. I'm gonna let Chad take this one.
I don't remember anything he said. Hey, don't kick Shawn Michaels. Don't do that.
All I
Who's gonna
know,
pay for that witness?
all I know is he was
Has
like,
anybody seen my scissors? I'm Bruce the Barber. One one day you'll know me as what was his name in the NWO?
The Disciple.
The Disciple.
You'll know me as what was his name from the NWO?
You may remember me from a few episodes of Thunder in Paradise.
Dude, that's a damn good show. That's a damn.
Not a damn
Dude,
good show.
that's a fucking awesome show.
Brandon says
Awesome
Dave
show.
Coulier, you assholes. Did we say his name wrong?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think this is clarifying that Dave Coulier was not Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
He could have
How
been.
great would Brutus the Barber Beefcake
Or
been
was he?
Or
alongside Bob Saget and John Stamos on Full House?
Who made him look weak? He'd been flexing constantly.
it could have been Dave Coulier under the beard and everything as a disciple.
What if Alanis Morissette was singing about Brutus the Barber Beefcake this whole time? Something to think about.
I will be thinking about that. Okay, so overall thoughts on the show. Was it indeed the worst pay-per-view of the year?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
I think it's up there.
Yeah, I think it's up there.
Highly disappointing. I'm not gonna. It wasn't the matches. I don't know. I just felt like they weren't pay-per-view quality matches.
I feel like here's the thing.
Putting the main
What
event
threw me
first
off-
is an odd choice.
threw me
That's
off.
the thing, man. You always, especially when we're doing this recap show, like the last moment's what you're gonna go off on.
Right.
Like.
I don't think people were overly excited to see Luke Harper
Maybe
return.
You just realized they were going to kind of do a lackluster finish on the. I don't know what the reasoning was.
I thought it was a fine finish for a main event. They could put a little bit more effort into it.
I did appreciate the finish of the main event, due to the fact that Styles continues to do whatever it takes in the match to win the title. I mean, he's by far the best wrestler. That's the only thing I kind of struggle with him needing to cheat to win.
No. Well, he's also the bad guy. He's supposed to be the heel, and you don't get a championship advantage or champion's advantage in a triple threat, so you got to do what you got to do. Hell, getting the double submission on him was kind of a, that didn't help him at all.
I sure as hell didn't see that on Bound for Glory. That's for sure.
That was just
But the
Cena
last match
jumping
of
in,
Bound for Glory was
But
awesome,
you know
though.
what? You get what
It
you
was-
pay for. I paid a lot for Bound for Glory.
Was that last match for $40?
We've been
Even though
paying
they
for
won
the
the
network
titles?
for a long time.
What's that?
We've been paying for the network for a long time.
That's true. That's true.
Was Bound for Glory was worth the $40 for seeing them win the titles
Oh,
at the end?
Oh, you're talking the Great War?
Yeah.
The Great War is fantastic. It really was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
It was something. It was something. It was different. It was.
I was
It
telling
made me laugh.
James that
It made me laugh.
Broken Matt Hardy is coming to Chicago as part of an AAW show.
Really?
It'd be fun to watch that. Like
Well,
you actually watched a TNA show where Matt Hardy's doing his antics inside an actual wrestling ring. as opposed
No,
to
I have
in
not.
his
No,
backyard or whatever.
he's been.
problems is the lack of talent. Bring back Cesaro.
I really don't believe that. I think Cesaro should be on SmackDown, but I don't think there's a lack of talent. I really don't. I think it's the underutilization of them. They're not getting a chance to shine. They're not getting their characters over, their gimmicks. The Vaudevillains are a phenomenal tag team. They're phenomenal wrestlers. The Ascension's not that bad of a wrestler. Zack Ryder, example number one. Look at him, what he's done, and the company holds him back down. I hate the hype bros, so I don't even know.
I'll tell you what, him winning the title at WrestleMania was fucking awesome.
Where else? You got, regardless of what I think about Cena and or Ambrose, I mean, there's still good talent. AJ's phenomenal.
You're all about AJ.
Corbin's a good talent.
AJ.
Swagger's a good talent. They just have poor build-up and poor gimmicks. Who else was on the show tonight? Naomi and Bliss are both good.
I mean, I feel like the problem with SmackDown has always been the fact that it has been treated like the
Yeah,
stepchild.
no, and even in production quality, you can look
I
at the.
apologize for all the stepchildren out there.
Even though right now, where's he going? Right now,
No.
I don't. You made me lose place.
Talk about wrestling, Chad.
I really just fuck.
You were talking about the talent on SmackDown.
Right. No, I lost it. I don't think it's a lack of talent. I think. Oh, I was talking about the quality between Raw and SmackDown. I think SmackDown's been the more consistent show. quality wise.
2 hours, right?
Well, yeah, and they only have 2 hours. 3 hours really does hurt a show, but I think SmackDown's been the more consistent show. Raw's had the better shows here and there.
Yeah.
But SmackDown has a more consistent show, but you can't help but look at it as a B show. The production quality,
Right.
I think it's the blue. Honestly, it's like the darkness of the show. Raw is so much brighter and they're extravagant, and they don't do that on SmackDown. So they're hurting themselves.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think you can't help it.
I mean, I feel like they still. I mean, you're good, bud. I enjoy. I really enjoy SmackDown. I want to see SmackDown continue to succeed.
Yeah.
I feel like I've always, like, in watching wrestling, I've always kind of rooted for the underdog as far as, like, as far as shows. Like, always been a fan of WCW when they were on their way out. Impact Wrestling. Like, so I feel like I want to see SmackDown succeed. I feel like they just need, there's still some wasted talent on Raw that you'd love to see get some more time.
No, absolutely.
I think SmackDown would be that show. You missed a guy like Cesaro.
Oh, absolutely. I honestly thought they should have put the cruiserweights on SmackDown.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why they needed to put that on Raw. I mean, it's not like the card wasn't stacked or the roster wasn't stacked already.
Right.
They are good, but not as entertaining, very mediocre. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's them personally. I think it's their creative. I don't think they're given a chance to shine with the mediocre gimmicks they're given.
Yeah.
Baron Corbin won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and that's all he's been riding on since then. They haven't given him anything to work with. Yeah.
And that tag team is really missing something. Like, that tag team division is missing something. When your champions,
they're
Slater and Rhino.
When you're trying to build a tag team, you have Usos, you have American Alpha, and you're kind of riding the hot hand with Heath Slater and Rhino. But you're also knocking down the rest of your talent.
Right.
You're holding them down yourself. So, I mean, Vaudevillains and Ascension, Hype Bros, they can all put on good matches. You're just not letting them.
I feel like, is there any chance Ascension is ever taken seriously at this point?
No, and I think they hurt themselves
It's over.
when they brought them in and put them against all like the legend tag teams, and I think that was a bad move.
Well, when you go from
strange
NXT tag team champions and straight over, NXT was still like building up. It wasn't as hot as it was, but then they got like squashed immediately as soon as they moved to main roster.
Yeah, I feel like they didn't need that. I feel like that they didn't need the gimmick that they had. I mean, it's the fact that they were the NXT champions, the longest reigning tag team champions. They were very credible.
Some people you can bring
really change their gimmick to be a knockoff of Legion of Doom.
Right.
Some people you can bring up and put them right away in the main event. Some people you can't, and you got to let them build themselves up. Bring them in slowly and let them ascend.
I feel like Chad just created a great backstory.
Well, I was even shocked. I was even surprised by how fast they moved on Finn Balor on Raw. It was awesome, and I loved every minute of it. But I was really shocked by how they went all in. I'm still even surprised by how they're going all in on AJ.
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
It is fucking awesome.
AJ deserves it.
It's got Triple H's nose all over it. It wasn't Vince's idea.
In the past, you wouldn't have seen that happen.
No, Vince wouldn't. I guarantee you, Vince would have.
I feel like they tried to.
Vince probably wouldn't even. Yeah. And
do you think it's because they're trying too hard to? I can't.
Do you think it's because they're trying too hard to explain family friendly, so they don't want to bring any controversy their way?
I don't think they need to keep it all family friendly. I would like to see a little blood.
To be family friendly. So, honestly, no. I think that they're kind of shying away from the family friendly thing a tad. I don't think they're going to move fully from it. But, no, I feel like they've kind of moved away from the family friendly thing. I can see SmackDown being. I think they're really trying to make SmackDown the wrestling show.
Right.
Put more emphasis in the ring. But it's hard to do when you don't care about the wrestlers. Look at the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah.
These guys were a bunch of unknowns, mostly unheard of guys that came in. Now, you got a lot of your marks out there that knew exactly who some of these guys were. And you had your Kota Ibushis and your Zack Sabre Jr.'s. But you could watch a match between two guys you've never seen fight before, and they built a storyline right then and there. Think about, I didn't know who the fuck Cedric Alexander was, but at the end of that match, people were chanting, "Hire Cedric."
Yeah.
They wanted him in the ring. Look at Brian Kendrick. We knew him before, but they built a storyline about him coming back and trying to have his last hurrah. They did an excellent job, and you don't need over-the-top gimmicks to do that. Just tell a story. And they're not doing that with a lot of SmackDown's talent.
I feel like that's the advantage that you have with the programs they put on the network, the NXTs, the Cruiserweight Classics, is people are tuning in to watch wrestling at that
Exactly.
Yeah.
And for Raw, I feel like they think that people are just there to watch the storylines, the production.
The soap opera aspect
of it.
It's more
or less like you're saying, that family-friendly show. There's not as much action there. And that's the reason guys like Cena are continue to be as popular as they are. I mean, that's the reason he needs to be in the spotlight is because
he sells T-shirts.
It's because the younger audience still connects with them. And you're right, he sells a lot of merchandise.
Yeah.
A lot of merch.
Apparently, Roman Reigns is close in second with the merchandise.
Exactly. It's another guy that, and I mean, Reigns is a heck of a talent. He's marketed as that. He's been marketed as that family-friendly guy. The next scene.
In this era of kayfabe, non-kayfabe, you're gonna get people the way it is. Just hate him because you're supposed to like him. But whatever. But yeah, I think with SmackDown talent,
How do you
you
feel
gotta
about John Cena?
fuck. In all honest to God, I respect him as a human being outside the ring.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy, obviously. But I just, I'm tired of him. Like, I'm so tired of him.
Yeah.
Chad, you've honestly been tired of John Cena since WrestleMania 23. me and Chad went to WrestleMania 23.
I almost beat up that 12-year-old girl.
And there was a 12-year-old girl who was celebrating John Cena's victory at WrestleMania 23.
Yeah.
And Chad was just so angry. So angry.
Why the hate, Chad? Why the hate towards this little girl?
She just didn't know what she was
I
doing.
think it was a little girl. I think she was just she was the crossfire.
She had
and Chad's extreme hatred for John Cena.
She had cornrows in her hair, and she was, you can't see me. And I was just like, dude, no.
She had turned around and threw Chad a bag of nuts. Choke on these.
Spit in his face.
With all the clown stuff in the news, should they bring back Doink?
Oh, no.
It's a rough time to bring back Doink.
Yeah.
I don't understand this whole and Dink. I don't understand this whole clown thing.
Speaking of WrestleMania 23, which we did earlier, I mean, the Donald was there. It's time to bring back
Oh,
the Donald.
yeah.
Just keep away
We
from
should
divas.
not.
No, not
Let's
the divas. I apologize.
let's just not.
There's been a revolution.
Let's not get
Trump
into politics.
You
How big do you think Johnny Gargano could get? I think his skills would be a great fit for SmackDown.
Yeah. But you know what? They're probably not going to fucking use him.
No, I
Because
think.
they're idiots.
Well, honestly,
Because
they'll
they're
probably
idiots.
bring him on Raw in the Cruiserweight division.
Yeah.
Or they'll bring up Gargano and Ciampa in the tag team, and that would be a good fit on
They
SmackDown.
should bring him up. Yeah. Tag team SmackDown.
No, there's no limit to Gargano at this point, and Ciampa too.
That match that they had at the Cruiser Classic was fucking stellar.
Cena has sucked since the dinosaurs walked the earth. I agree. If Cena wore frayed denim shorts and a Miller Lite shirt, he'd get over.
Chad would totally buy that shirt too. Chad would be the first person to buy that shirt.
No. We got about 5 more minutes here, guys.
I do find it funny that Cena's like the family-friendly character, and then he has a PBR style T-shirt.
Yeah, well, he's got to
cool.
appeal to the hipsters too now.
Dude, that shirt's
I can't
awesome.
believe,
That
dude.
shirt's awesome.
We used to get like cases of PBR for like $9.
PBR is so expensive.
Oh, it's like $20 for a case now. It's ridiculous.
Hey,
it's more
the
expensive than High Life.
The most ridiculous fucking thing I ever saw was I saw a case of hams at CVS for $16.
Anytime
$16.
Ham is priced over like $11.99.
$16. Come on, man. I didn't buy it.
You did not.
I did not buy it.
So, this is what are we headlocks and hangovers?
I don't know if we decided yet.
I like that
I feel
one.
like we should get more input.
You want more input?
I've got no problem
Yeah.
with that. A
Hangover
little
bed
audience
knobs.
interaction. I mean, we're a live podcast.
Well, we've had.
You know what? It's
We've
really
had
fucking
plenty
weird
of-
because my chair is so low. I feel like I'm in the referee between two people who are about to arm wrestle. Like I feel like I should be grabbing
Winner takes it all, baby.
over the top.
Yeah, we'll get you a taller stool next time.
Yeah.
Well, Coors OG Tall Boys, $1.50. Okay, now we got like beer prices
There you
coming
go.
in. Okay, so let's start wrapping this up. I think that this was not a good show. I thought it was a good episode of SmackDown. I don't know. It all comes down to that weird main event. Putting it on first, I have no idea what they were thinking. Maybe they're just getting experimental.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
James, your thoughts?
I really enjoyed it. The thing that fucking threw me out was having the main event first, but I thought they were good matches.
The sharpshooter is Justin.
Who was that?
It was Brad.
God, Brad. Brad. Yeah, but I enjoyed it. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
You enjoyed the show?
Do you listen to me when I talk?
No, this is dude. Whatever, dude. You never listen to me on 40 ounce, so
I can't listen to myself. I can't listen to myself talk. I can't do it.
Yeah, I was disappointed with the show, and I think it all stems from the main event.
yeah.
The
It's
first
just
match.
it was.
There was nothing to build to. You got that match out of the way, and then you slowly built up towards the Wyatt Orton finale to the card.
I thought that that would have been a great Koa main event, and then you go into the triple threat. That would have been a good ending to the show. Made you forget all the other
I thought it
bullshit
was
that
funny
happened.
how Chad said, "Okay, the main event's over. We're done." And then the crowd kind of lulled, and we all three got up and walked in different directions. Like, is this it? Is this how we end our night?
I mean, I guess maybe because they're doing the Luke Harper reveal, and they think that's a bigger deal. I don't know. I don't know.
It's surely not.
If you're banking your show, I mean, this isn't 2001 WCW Sin where you're unveiling Animal at the end of the day.
Speaking of pay-per-views, I need to come back. Halloween Havoc should be instead of Hell in a Cell. What do you think?
While I agree that they should lose Hell in a Cell because it should be a more special event than a gimmick pay-per-view every year, I don't know. I mean, Halloween Havoc would be kind of cool, I guess. I don't know.
Awesome. It'd be fucking
I
stellar.
I can't hear Halloween Havoc without thinking that One Warrior Nation is making a return.
The longest night of our lives. Seriously, that was a long night.
What was that? Halloween Havoc like 98?
Oh, it was
99? Was it even in it?
It was 98 because we were still in high school.
And Warrior that was like a 5-hour long
It
pay-per-view?
was a long pay-per-view.
And all for that build up for
build up.
Warrior to come back.
Yeah,
5
it was a
hours
full
long.
match.
And then he ended up
Hogan
losing.
Warrior. Yeah, he lost. Because Hogan had to get his revenge.
Best referee.
Good first show, guys. Drink up. Cool.
Referees.
Special guest. We'll come up with it. Send us more. You can. Most of you know where to find us at 40 Ounces of Horror. We might start our own channel. I don't know. This is probably
Before we leave, favorite wrestler of the week. Go.
of the week.
Yeah.
Wow.
7 days of the week. John Cena. Moving on. What's yours?
Cena.
What's your favorite wrestler?
I'm
Right now.
Favorite wrestler
You got
of the
to pick one right now.
Does it have to be SmackDown? 'Cause
No.
you know who it is.
I'm waiting.
Broken Matt Hardy.
I'm gonna go with AJ. I love
Delete.
I love
Delete.
what AJ's been doing. I can't even remember Raw at this point. So
Alexa Bliss. It's a damn shame what happened tonight. It's a damn shame.
I'm not even reading the comments anymore. Anyway, you can catch us at 40 Ounce of Horror. We might start the new Twitter name for the podcast. I don't know what's exactly going to happen yet, but you can get me at the Chad Buttram. You got
At Creepshow Studios.
at Creepshow Studios. What's your Twitter handle there, Schleich?
It's at JR Schleicher, and you're not going to be able to spell it. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll just tweet you guys.
Or you maybe you could start a new one.
Can I do at Broken Schleicher? I'll fade away.
All right. Stay tuned. Keep an eye out for the next 40 Ounce of Horror podcast. Actually, the pay-per-view, the wrestling podcast might be deleted for a couple weeks because the next pay-per-view will be the day after your wedding, so it'll be on your anniversary.
It would be weird if we came and hung out at James' house and record the recap show.
Yeah,
Actually, it gives me and Chad a great place to watch a show because the reason we leave here is because if I stay home with the kids, I'm not watching the show. Like, I'm missing the first hour.
I'm just going to FaceTime with you guys down here with microphones. What the fuck are you doing in my house?
So yeah, the next show you'll be on your honeymoon, and I believe the show after that is Survivor Series, and I will be on vacation for my anniversary. So I don't know. Well, maybe we'll make a mid. Maybe it won't be a post pay-per-view show. Maybe we'll just do a podcast. We will probably be back with 40 Ounce of Horror soonish in a few weeks. Yeah.
Once we get some
So you can go to the website. So is the table getting higher? I think James was just getting shorter.
Hurry up and finish soon. We only see James's eyes. That sounds weird, man. That'd be awesome, dude.
All right, so I guess we're gonna get out of here. Don't pay any attention to us till I figure out how to turn this thing off. So thanks for tuning in. Hopefully this will get better. I'm gonna work on the studio. The studio's supposed to look a lot better than this. I need to get better lighting.
Hey, we have to have a phrase to close this off.
I need to get
I know.
a microphone.
I turned it up.
Maybe I don't. I don't know.
I'll have to go back and watch it.
We'll kind of wait for the feedback.
This guy's such a worker. He's been selling it all night.
Yeah. I've been trying to talk James and his brother into letting me cut in a hole in this wall back here, so we can have puppets and shit. So we can puppet guests.
Puppet guests? What's going on?
No. All right. Yeah. So from 40 Ounce of Horror and the
Hot Potty Pod podcast.
The Wrestling Podcast. I'm Chad. This is James. This is Schleich, and we're gonna get out of here. Till next time.
Good night, everybody.
Drink up.
Powerbomb dude.
Sunday Night Slow Jams is on next.
We're still on.
Dude, I'm just gonna leave the camera.
I don't. Well, they're not showing us. I just can't turn it on. Do I just close it?
Start unplugging everything.
I don't want to do that.
I'll fiddle